Good morning, student. Today we are going to see chapter number 5, skills for interviews. So let us focus on first point, interviewing skill. So in interviewing skill, we are going to see interview handling skills. So what is that the job interview? So in job interview is the process in which potential of employee is evaluated by interviewer. So which points employer test in the students, so that are nothing but the 3 C's. So capability, creditability and confidence. So these are the things that evaluated by employer. So when we are going to approach for the interview, so first step to a successful interview as that interviews are usually proceeded by the evaluation of supplier the resume. So how the candidate is shortlisted? By observing its resume. So depending upon that, so most desirable candidate is selected or shortlisted. So very first step of successful interview is nothing but the evaluation of supplied resume. So let us focus on here one sample resume we have taken. So it will give you that idea what information is deemed important by most interviewers. So in your resume, so contact information is there, objective, educational, then if any working experience or project handling experience is there, so you have to put there. Then honors and activities, if extra curricular activities are there, then you have to mention there. So this is nothing but one sample resume. So which things are important in the resume? So the resume must be well structured. Means what? Right amount of detail to highlight skills and achievements in relation to the position. Then formatted to let the reader find the information quickly. Then written to get the reader to want to read more. And appealing enough to encourage the reader to invite the candidate for an interview. So this is nothing but the important or well structured resume. Then a good resume should answer the following questions: who you are, what you know, what have you done, what kind of work you are looking for, why should you be hired. So these are nothing but the reflected from your resume, so it's a good resume. Then make sure the essentials are presented in your resume. So education qualification and credentials you have to mention there, project experience, involvement in extracurricular activities, other interest, hobbies, and for the communication purpose, email ID, address, mobile, landline you have to mention there. So this is nothing but the structure of the good resume. Then here there are some points we have to discuss which will helpful that the make an impact of the resume on employer. So here the candidate must be provide content that will project you as a right candidate for the job offered by them. So remember, resume has to be of interest to the interviewer and not to you alone. Then don't overcrowd the resume, means be specific in your strength and capabilities. Then use a font that is easy to read. So maybe you can use Arial or Times Roman. Then do not overuse, means capitalization, italics, underlines or other emphasizing features in that resume. Then once that the resume is prepared, then print your resume on white or cream paper using a good quality printer. So quality of that the resume, printed resume must be good quality. Then avoid spelling mistake, punctuation mistakes, grammatical mistakes. Have your resume proof read by someone else. And be honest if there is even the slightest hint of deliberate inaccuracy, the interview is as good as over. Then next we are going to see the interview process. So, what is the interviewer looking for the interview? So, interviewer trying to gauge your standard on the following parameters. So, here we have listed some of the parameters: education, knowledge and learnability, experience, project experiences and application of knowledge gained, interpersonal skills and professionalism, that is grooming and behavioral, confidence, aptitude and attitude. Then when we are going to prepare for the interview, we have to make one checklist. So in this checklist there are four board areas which candidate can focus his preparation on point to an interview. So first is know yourself, know the job, know the organization, prepare for frequently asked questions. So let us see one by one. Know yourself means what? You have to know all the things related yourself. So in this, how have I demonstrated the skills required in this position? What are my strengths and weaknesses? What are my short-term and long-term goals? What can I offer this particular employer? Apart from my skills and experience, what else can I bring to this job? Then second part is know the job, means candidate must be know which type of the job or which type of the job we are going to for that we are going to apply. So acquire a copy of the job description from the employer, check with acquaintances working in the same field, have a clear idea of what the job entails. So that is related to the know the job. Then know the organization. So candidate he is also expected to know basic information of the company he or she is applying for. So we are going to discuss the following points, which are nothing but the background or the history of that organization. So here, where is it located? How big is it? What are its products, services, and who does it serve? Their major clients, markets. How is the organization structured? What is its history? Have there been any recent changes, new developments? Has it been on the news for anything good recently regarding for that organization? Then next, candidate must be prepared for frequently asked questions. So there are various frequently asked questions. Some we have discussed here. So tell me about yourself. So or other variant question. What are your career goals, short and long term? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Why do you want to work with us? What do you consider to be one of the biggest achievement of your life? What was the one failure that affected you the most and how did you handle it? What salary do you expect? Do you want to ask us any questions? What is unique about you? Why should we recruit you? How have you contributed to events organized in your college? How do you keep yourself updated with what's happening around you? What are the websites you frequent? What books do you read? What is your favorite pastime and hobbies? So these are some frequently asked questions. So candidate must be prepared for this because he or she have to answer well in front of interviewer. Then next, when you are putting your best foot forward, so there are some things you can keep in mind when attending an interview. So dress sense. First is the dress sense. Dress appropriately and look confident. Wear clothes you are comfortable in. Be punctual if you are late. Apology. Do not give excuses for that late. Give thoughtful answers to all the questions that the interviewer asks you. Speak clearly and be professional in your speech. Your answer must be precise and to the point. Be concise. Ask for time to collect your thoughts if needed. Show you are interested in the job and the organization without sounding desperate. Ask intelligent, well thought out questions. And the last, that is nothing but the body language. So in a body language is very important. So a firm, upright handshake is appropriate and projects confidence. Make eye contact when you shake. Try to establish an eye contact as early as possible. Look at all the panel members while answering questions. Appear confident and friendly. Make sure your words align with the non-verbal communication you make. So these are the some things, points when you are putting best foot forward for the interview. Then there are many common mistakes while at the interview. So from those, some we have listed here: overselling, underselling, body language indicating nervousness, fear, boredom, angst, lack of honesty, cooking up experiences, negative attitude, lack of enthusiasm, lack of preparation, genuine interest. So these are the common interview mistakes. So at the time of interview, candidate must be avoid to make such a mistakes. So in this session we have studied interviewing skills. So whenever we are preparing for the interview, these points all discussed here you have to keep in mind. And whenever you are facing the interview, you should be confident. You have to know yourself as well as that which type of the job, which type of the organization is there, and which are the frequently asked question. For that you have to prepare. So here interviewing skills point is over. Thank you.